Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive, manifesting-based tarot reader. I am a certified Reiki healer and an overall light worker. And before we dive into today's video, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button over there, I think. If you like this video later on, please give it your thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online for now, of course, here are the details. Now, every Tuesday on my Instagram at SimpleSpiritualityPH, I am giving away free health Reiki. So if you or anyone you know would like to have health Reiki done, just head over to my website, my Instagram rather, at SimpleSpiritualityPH. Every Wednesday, my one question, one card reading is 50% off. So that's every Tuesday, health Reiki, every Wednesday, 50% off on my one question, one card readings. Also, I do have a donation button down below if you would like to donate or give me a tip in the form of a donation. You're not required to do so, but if you would like to, thank you very much. Now let's head on to the video. So as you can see, today is an unboxing video, and we just literally opened the packaging. What I appreciate about our bookstore, I bought this from Fully Booked. What I appreciate about Fully Booked is that if the deck doesn't have a packaging of its own, most of the time they will do a plastic cover like this. This is something that they made to protect. Like, it's a simple plastic cover for books, but they used it to create like a makeshift what do you call this? A makeshift case for the deck, right? So I appreciate that. And this is the first deck that I bought since 2022, you guys. The last deck that I bought, I don't remember what it is actually, but I bought it in Namaste bookstore in Union Square in New York. So this is the deck. This is the next deck that I bought since then. It's the Vintage Tattoo Tarot by Alyssa Wilson. And this one particularly, it says, celebrate queerness in tarot with tattoo-inspired art. Embark on a journey of liberation, self-discovery, and growth with this queer, modern spin on traditional tattoo deck imagery and symbolism. Very cool. These gorgeous gender-inclusive cards buck heteronormativity and gender norms, and aid you in empowering yourself to make positive changes in your life. Seek greater insight into your inner self and celebrate healing and self-transformation, finding inspiration in vintage flash tattoo subjects and techniques. Vintage Tattoo Tarot marries modern subjects with the vintage art for a deck that assists you in learning from the past and looking to the future. So, Page Street Publishing. And we do have some stickers here that kind of put it in place. As you can see, if I hold it just by the cover, it won't fall. So I am pretty excited about it. This is my first queer tarot deck. And a lot of people ask if I am queer. I am actually straight, but I do have family members who are, and friends who are. And I just want everyone to know that it's completely normal, that love is love is love. You know, like, love has no gender, literally. Even spiritually, when we into it, love has no gender. So that's just that, you know, love is love is love. And that is the way it has always been, and that is the way it's going to be. So here we are, a beautiful deck waiting to be unboxed. And I am very happy that it is a queer deck. A lot of people need to be comfortable with that as well. So let's open it. There we go. It's a pretty hard box. Ooh, very pretty. I love all these stars inside. Very nice. Even the cover is very soothing, like it's a sage mintish type situation going on. Right? So as usual, you would usually see a booklet. Oh, It's already, this is interesting. Most decks are usually face down. So you don't usually see that. They're usually like this. That's a beautiful back. It is not reversible because already I know that if it's like this, then it is in reverse. What I mean by non-reversible is you're not going to have a surprise to see that it's reversed. Of course, it can't be reversed, right? Especially when we shuffle it later. But whenever it's faced like this, you already know that it's in reverse. So there's no like thrill factor to it. But yes, pretty cool that it's already like facing up. It's already in your face. Okay, so let's take a look at the booklet first. It says Celebrate Queerness in Tarot with Tattoo-Inspired Art. Vintage Tattoo Tarot. This is a really pretty artwork, yo. I have high expectations because since it's Tattoo Tarot, I assume that the emphasis will be on the imagery. Let's take a look at the booklet. Pretty standard. It looks like it's, beautiful. It looks like it's going to be colored. Yes, it is colored through and through, which I appreciate. All right. Oh, this is pretty cool. Just so we see this. Tattoo at its core provides insight into one's self-development and has historically been used in LGBTQIA plus spaces. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So I learned something new. Very cool. Introduction. We have the major arcana, minor arcana, which is pretty standard. I like that there's a numbering here. Major arcana 0 to 21. We have key meanings upright. See, we have reversed. Delving deeper, reversed. All right, so that's pretty cool. And I enjoy that there is color in this booklet. The pages are very nice. Like they feel like the pages of a magazine. It's that feeling. Most pages are not. Most pages are kind of like an afterthought, to be honest. But lately we've seen a rise in the number of booklets that are very well made and like premium to the touch. Just a sip of coffee. So we have that, the major arcana. Then we go to the minor arcana. Cups, wands, swords, coins. So it's pretty standard. It is like a Rider-Waite. It's very much patterned after a Rider-Waite deck. Even the wordings, except coins is in the Rider-Waite is pentacles. Okay, very interesting. This deck does not have a prescribed kind of, unless we missed it, but most booklets usually have a suggestion of how to use the deck in a spread. This one does not, which is pretty cool. It's very refreshing. This is the artist. This is Alyssa Wilson. Thank you for creating this deck. Off the bat, just by looking at it on the pages, it's pretty cool. So yes, if I'm not mistaken, it does not have a suggestion of a spread. Very cool. I've never used any suggested spread of a tarot deck, just to be honest. She probably knows what's up. She probably knows that people really don't use that unless you're wanting inspiration, you know. That is the booklet. It's gorgeous. It looks exactly like the box cover. And now we're going to go into pretty stars. We're going to go into the deck itself. So as we said, this is not reversible. I mean, of course, you can read it in reverse. However, you already know, like this, I know this is upright. This is the usual orientation. And already I know when it's in reverse. See, the sword points down, the wand points up. The chalice, the cup is pointing down, you know. So it won't be a surprise to you if something is in reverse already, right? So there we go. But it's a beautiful back. Cardstock is, I would say it has a bit of strength. It's softer than most cardstocks, I would say, but it feels like it has a white lamination over it, white cover over it that is matte, sorry, not white, transparent, transparent lamination over it that is matte. It feels very matte to the touch, which I like. I think this will be easy to shuffle just by doing that. Oh no. Yeah, so just by doing that. And so yes, it's the corners of it are pretty different. As you can see, I don't have a tarot deck to compare. I mean, I didn't bring any tarot deck with me to compare. But if you see these corners, they're very small, which I enjoy. It's a refreshing deck, you know. Most corners will be thick. Like, if you watch my other unboxings, I'll probably leave the link up there somewhere. If you see the corners of them, they are pretty thick. This one is very small, and it's very rigid, you know? No, it's very, like, rectangular. You know it's a rectangle. But there's also a sense of softness to it with the corners, which I really enjoy. So I like it. It's like a bar of soap. It feels like a bar of soap, which I like. Okay, so let's move on now to the main event, the thing which everyone has been waiting for. The flip through. Here we go. Oh, let's do it this way. Magician, beautiful. Ooh, this is my significator. I love the pomegranates. It kind of like gives a sense of fertility. I love that they're smiling. You don't really see a chariot card with an expression of the rider, but this one is smiling, positive. Okay, we're gonna speed it up a little bit, all right? Just so. I love that the expression is also very whimsical. Again, you don't often see a Hanged Man card with a whimsical or any sort of expression, to be honest, other than neutral. How pretty. This one too. Wow. This is pretty classic. I like this design. So now we've moved on to the minor arcana. Ooh, this would be a great tattoo. I mean, something that I would likely get. I don't have any tattoos. I have a lot of piercings, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on my left ear, 2 on my right ear, and I have my belly button pierced. I love this too. The eye is very insightful. It's very calming, but very receptive. Like, it's raining off the bat. If you look at the card, it's very somber, right? Because there's the ombre kind of like weather going on in the background. It could also mean the past. But the eye is not that sad. So it's kind of like, let's shed these so that we can look forward and we can look upward. Very beautiful. Ooh, I love this. Reminds me of Freddie Mercury. I love these hands. Spirit fingers. Again, Freddie Mercury. Look at these cats, the cuties. Ooh, I love this. Oh, this is cool. Oh, beautiful. I love the detail on the card. And look, they're married. Are they? Yes, they are. They're married. Oh, this one probably isn't. This is the right hand, right? Oh, but this one is. Oh, cool. This is beautiful. Okay, let's focus a little bit. This is now one of my most favorite Four of Cups cards. Beautiful. Beautiful. And the chakras are in reverse. Like, these are supposed to be on top. So it's very cool. You know the throat chakra is for expression, right? And it's faced here, the genital area. Very cool. This deck is deep, yo. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Very visceral. Very Joan of Arc-ish. Ooh, I love that hair color though. Interesting. You have the last one. And that is the entire deck. Now, we're going to shuffle. So this is the first time we're shuffling it. And what I usually do again, so this is the deck, it's all in its rightful positions, right? It's all upright. I will usually, what I'll do is I'll take half. So there, right? And I'll flip it. So this is upright, this one is gonna be like that. And, oh wait, if I do that, it needs to face each other. So when I'm shuffling, they're going to be facing each other. So some are going to be in reverse because I do read reversals. Some are going to be in reverse. Some are going to be upright. And here we go. Let's see how it shuffles. Oh. A little difficult to shuffle with my left hand. There we go. And one more time, I usually will do 3. There we go. And now we should have a mix. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go to my thoughts. So off the bat, it's a very whimsical deck, right? It has a lot of character, I would say. And I've been seeing this 10 of Cups, thank you. So it means, oh, I translate it as something very good. Now I can tell you what it means for me, but it's a happy time, basically. So, excuse me. Again, it's very whimsical. The graphics are amazing. These illustrations are beautiful. And I love that it's a whimsical yet a very deep deck. It's such a Gemini deck, I would say, because I am Gemini and I can associate with this kind of whimsy, but at the same time being very deep. There are layers to this deck. At first you think, oh, it's just, like it's just a very whimsical photo. It's a very whimsical illustration. There's a beautiful illustration in front of me, but then you dig deeper and think, oh, why do the coins have hearts? Well, the other coins don't have hearts. Like, why does this coin have why does this card that has coins have hearts, and this one they have leaves? And then later on you start to notice that, oh, There are so many details that this deck is telling me. And here's the thing, when you're reading tarot, you don't always, like, different details pop out at you. You know, depending on what messages the cards are trying to convey, you'll get to notice like different details. Sometimes you'll get to notice, oh, hey, this fish has legs. You know, sometimes you'll notice, oh, there's an ombre background. Or you'll get to notice like, oh, it's a martini glass, you know? So depending on the messages, this deck has a lot to offer in terms of interpretation. Like, it will really help you to interpret the messages that it's trying to convey. And that is all because of the lovely imagery that this deck has, the lovely illustrations that this deck has. Some decks do have a lot of illustrations, but really it's just so difficult to interpret them, and it's kind of like it was forced. This one does not seem like it was forced. It feels very natural, to be honest. Like, it was well thought of. It was a well thought of deck, and it feels very premium. It feels like a deck that a seasoned tarot reader would love to have at any point in time. I know I am happy to have this because I am a seasoned tarot reader myself. I could also see this deck actually for beginners as well because of the imagery involved. There are now lots of things that a baby tarot reader can count on, you know, can interpret, basically. So I would say that it's a deck that's good for any level. You just have to watch out, though, because if you are sensitive to, like, let's say, for example, blood, you know, we did see some blood going on there. There is some nudity. If you are sensitive about nudity, you know, it can be a lot for some people who probably, let's say, for example, people who are having their cards read for the very first time. It would probably be, I would caution, not really against using it, but to just feel out your customer, feel out your client, feel out your querent, if they're open to imagery like this, you know, because it can be a lot for people who are first timers when it comes to having their cards read. But if you have people who are regulars, you know, then this deck might be a great deck to use on them. So there are leaves on each side. I would say, though, of course, that with the box it's a little heavier, but it's not as heavy as other decks. So other decks feel like, you know, bricks in your bag. This deck does not. And I like that. I also like this. The packaging of this was very well thought of, I can tell. This does not happen often in card decks. In fact, I think this is my only deck that has a flat corner, if that makes sense. See, it's not like square like that, but there is kind of like an indentation over here, which again makes it look like a bar of soap, which I enjoy. But this proves that it was well thought of, you know. Even here, up until these parts, there's a flat edge to it, as you can see. Like, how do I show you? See there. Otherwise, it would just be a sharp corner. But there are no corners to this box, except for the ones here, like these ones. Those are the only sharp corners. Even the back, as you can see, has been beveled. Very beautiful, very well thought of deck. I enjoyed this so much. I'm going to be using this deck a lot. If you like the unboxing of this deck, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, suggestions, you want to say hey, please do comment them down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button over there, I think. And if you'd like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now, of course, here are the details. Now, every Tuesday on my Instagram at SimpleSpiritualityPH is free Health Reiki Tuesday. If every Wednesday is my one question, one card reading is 50% off. And I do have a donation button down below if you would like to donate. You know, you're not required to do so, but if you would like to, you know, if you'd like to tip me, thank you very much. it's the only link down there. I mean, that is the only link down there. And beautiful deck. Thank you, Alyssa Wilson, for creating this deck. I'll be using it a lot. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now.